It's Friday. It's 150 degrees in here. I feel the fan is off. I turned the fan off for the sake of audio. You're welcome. So let's see how long I can last in this video. Welcome back, dear Doodlebugs. I hope you had an amazing week. I'm recovering from Burning Man. I'm feeling incredibly jet lagged. I was there all last week, camping with some friends and loved ones who have a theme camp there. So we get in very early. I was totally acclimated, and now I'm in this very warm, sweltering place, which is really freaky. Of all the beautiful miracles that happen at Burning Man on a minute-to-minute basis, the weather was so good. It was actually not as hot as Los Angeles is. Usually it's the opposite. Usually you're burning to death at Burning Man, which makes sense, and not so. Now I'm in a swamp right now. If you're not familiar with it, the Flaming Gentleman, as my English friend calls it, Burning Man, it's a thing that happens once a year in the high desert of Nevada. They build a city and they build art, and then it all burns down. And it's a beautiful metaphor of life, the universe, and everything. You know, you work so hard to make a thing, and then you just gotta let it go. That's all, and enjoy the moments you have with it. It was all about moments. I did shoot some video for you when I was there. It went a little something like this. Yeah, the audio. It was a grand failure, but that's great. I didn't shoot as much video, and I shot even less photos. I might string together some video clips of what I got, but yeah, it was just about living in the moment and saying, hey, this cool thing's happening. I don't need to whip my camera out. I don't need to whip it out. That would be inappropriate. Even though so many other things that are inappropriate are very appropriate there, which is also fun. Yeah, I was just enjoying it as it happened. It was just a great practice, I think. I was totally immersed into that mindset, but it's so easy to not be focused on the moment, to just lose sight of it. I get a lot of comments and questions from young artists who are expressing frustration when they start a drawing or a painting and then they can't finish it because it's not turning out as they want it to be. And I think to some degree it's great to practice, to challenge yourself to making something and not even focusing on the final thing, but just being completely present in the actual process, in the actual making of it. And don't think about, is this going to be great for my portfolio? Is this going to go look well on the wall over here? Like, how are people going to think of this thing when I show it to them? Like, don't think about the end. Like, think about just where you're at right now and as you're making it and how you're enjoying it. It might turn out to be crap, but then you can burn it. And it might turn out to be amazing, and then you can burn it. See? It's a thing. It's a metaphor. Art. Whatever. I don't know. I had a great time. I went alone for the first time. This would be my third year of going. Dante introduced me to Burning Man and that whole thing. He wasn't there this year. He's on tour with the Epic Rap Battles of History. In a way, they're doing their own Burning Man thing. And so, yeah, I went with friends, like people I know, his sister, and a group of people who have established a camp. They've been going many, many years and know what they're doing, and they're wonderful. I found being by myself, I got to know people so much more. If you're in a relationship, or if you have a buddy that you do things with all the time, it's kind of easy to fall into these ruts, you know, like if you have your workout jogging buddy, or if you go canoeing with somebody, or if you play magic with one person, you know, or you go with that one person all the time. It's fun, it's great, but it's challenging and kind of exciting to go it alone every now and then and see what happens. So I don't know if you're like me. I'm an introvert. I am completely happy just sitting back and watching. And if people come up to me and talk, great, that's wonderful. I don't normally put myself out there. So I found when I went alone and when I'm by myself, I do tend to kick myself a little more and get me out there. It's a good exercise. I don't know about you. Are you like the lone wolf? Are you a lone wolf where you're just like, I'm going to go to this party by myself and I'm going to make friends? Some people are like that. Or are you more like me? Are you like, I'm I'd rather have a buddy, or I'd rather like be comfortable. I'd rather know the people before I go. What are you? I've found what I am, and it's good to challenge what you are, to figure out what your strength is, and then challenge yourself to swim in the sea of your weakness and fears. Can you tell I just got back from Burning Man? Oh, it was great. It was magical, but it's kind of nice to be back because I do need to plan my future a little bit. I'm going to be going to Europe in October. I'm going to be tagging along with the Epic Rap Battles of History tour, so I got to get it together, get ahead of my videos. I have a couple really cool collaboration opportunity thingies, majiggers popping up, having to do with movies coming out soon. So I can't wait to show you those time lapses. I've got an interview coming up on this channel with somebody working in animation, which I think is really cool. And I think he's got some great things that are worth hearing, especially for young aspiring artists, but anybody who wants to make something creative in the future. I'm also working on putting together merch stuff. I want to bring calendars back this year. So I'm going to be packing those up. If there's any art that I've made that you want prints of, or t-shirts or stickers or whatever, and you don't see it in my shop, let me know. Tweet me. That's going to be the best way to get a hold of me. But that's what I'm going to be working on the next couple weeks. Once I'm out of town, it's probably not going to be something that I can do. So I'm trying to like wrap it up because that season's coming. It's way too early to talk about it, but I have to start thinking that way. I have to start thinking about the future. I just want to live in the present. Why can't I just live in the present, man? Because then you'll starve to death and you'll die of dehydration because you didn't bring enough water to the desert. But man, I'm just, the playa provides, man. No, the playa doesn't provide. Other good people provide. Get your own ride home. I'm sorry, where were we? I was having a flashback. I'm feeling very jet lagged. It's incredible how much environment can play a part on your emotions and your feelings, because it's a very different environment, and that's what I love about it. Everybody's on the same page when you go to Burning Man because it's just desert, it's hot, the elevation's different, you're drinking water but you're not peeing. It's very strange. You're also talking more about your peeing and your pooping because it's relative to everything. All of a sudden it's the most important thing in the world, and the porta potty situation is so intimate. As the boundaries, the barriers are just broken down, man. So I've been feeling very jet lagged. I did the math. The day we came back, for me, it was a 37-hour day between breaking down camp and driving and unpacking and getting home and all this good stuff. It was a 37-hour day, and I got an estimated 3 hours worth of naps in. It was good. It was worth it. Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to get back to work. I'm going to turn a fan on. I survived. I hope you had a wonderful week. I hope your next week is amazing. I hope you appreciate the present moments and you just savor those things. And I hope you challenge yourself to doing something a little uncomfortable every now and then, like sitting in a really warm room with no air conditioner. Drink water. I love you. Goodbye, doodlebugs.